Kev G weather overview. How you doing out there, everybody? This is Hurricane Umberto. This was the 11 a.m. slide from the National Weather Service. So for more updated information, check the National Hurricane Center. I'm recording this around 6 o'clock on Monday night. But this is a threat to Bermuda. It could be a major hurricane by the time it makes its closest approach to Bermuda. Now, the last forecast that I saw, which was this one, has it going north of the island, but that doesn't mean hurricane conditions aren't going to be possible Thursday into Friday in Bermuda, because by then it'll be expanding the wind field, and it will be a powerful hurricane by the time it makes its closest approach. For our neck of the woods, based on what I'm seeing, if you like beach weather well into September, this month is for you, because for the next 7 to probably 10 days, we're looking at a significantly dry weather pattern, and a mild one at that, except for a few odd days. So more of the same is on the way. When we take a look at the Weather Prediction Center, this is their precipitation for the next 7 days. Overall, what you see is the heaviest rains are confined to the central part of the United States. In fact, Texas could get a lot of rain, southeast Texas, with an unnamed tropical, sort of tropical disturbance in the Gulf. But we are high and dry up and down the eastern seaboard from Florida all the way to Maine, particularly towards the coastal areas. So this is what you can expect on average over the next 7 days. And, a lot of places are hardly going to see more than a quarter of an inch of rain, if that, through next week. Now, when we take a look at the current radar, you can see it's high and dry. Not much going on here. I think today was pretty much our only threat at showers. Maybe some passing showers tomorrow, but other than that, we are basically rain-free through the next 7 days and probably more. It's pretty dramatic to see that when we get into it. It's rare that we actually see that, but September also can be a calm, dry month, and that's what we're seeing now. So when we look at the day-to-day on the GFS, you can see vividly off the coast of the Carolinas is Hurricane Umberto. That's like the most formidable feature on the map right now. As we go forward in time, you see this big high pressure that just drops in from Canada, and that will turn our winds around to the east for Tuesday night through about Thursday, and that high settles over the area. So generally not making it much above 70 degrees on Wednesday and Thursday for the most part. And then that high shifts to the south, and we start to warm up again just in time for the weekend. We're looking at mid to upper 70s to low 80s, much of what we saw this past weekend. Any attempt to try to bring any rainfall in here comes around next Monday afternoon, Monday night, but the afternoon run of the GFS would have you believe that most of those showers dissipate as it gets east of the mountains. So we really are looking at a situation where it's an overall tranquil weather pattern where there's not a lot going on, just a lot of warm weather across the lower 48, especially in the east. When we take a look at the upper pattern off of the European model, this is by tomorrow. As we go in time, it picks up the hurricane and whisks it out to sea, and it keeps this ridge of high pressure firmly in place over much of Canada, much of the lower 48 states. Any of the active weather is confined to the west, and as we go further in time, it tries to sense the frontal boundary for next Monday into Tuesday, but even that's short-lived as we get right back into a pretty mild, uneventful weather pattern. Maybe towards the end of the run we start to change things around. That would be maybe mid to late next week. But look at this off the Weather Underground. I mean, this is just rolling on with our summer-like weather. Make no mistake about it. I mean, if you like the beach, if you crave those beach days and you don't want them to end, they're not going to be ending anytime soon. So get out there and enjoy it. We have a cool weather pattern for the middle of the week, but that is very short-lived as we move along towards next weekend.